Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. Long time no see. Let me tell you, May was the month of the reading slump. Big time. So I am currently 4 books behind on my Goodreads goal. And I'm not happy about it. But today we're going to do my May wrap up, and I had 3 days of 0 pages read. So like 0, like it's bad. I only read, and I'm not saying that this is a bad number, but for me it is. I only read 10 books this month, whereas last month I read 20. I'm in my car because it is Saturday. I'm gonna try to record all of my videos today. My family's home, so you would hear that they're currently playing a game, so you would hear them yelling in the background. So I came out here where it's quiet. So I read 10 books this month. We're gonna go over them. I'm excited for a new month. Like I've been working on this morning, but like I've been I don't know, today I was just journaling. I picked up what books are going to be on my TBR. I'm going to film that next. I might change my shirt. I might not. Y'all know how lazy I am. So let's just get into it, shall we? So I read 10 books, and the first book that I read this month was Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan. I gave this book 2 stars, and hear me out. There is the cheating trope in this, and I spent just about all of this book angry because of the way one of the characters talked about cheating. Basically it was like, it's not my problem, it's yours. Like, I'm not the one cheating. Like, one of our main characters, Banner, is constantly talking about body image, and I was just like, can we get on to something different? But 2 stars. Didn't really enjoy it, but I finished it. I'm looking forward to the 3rd one in the series. So basically this follows Jared Foster. He is the stepbrother to the main character in the first book, and Banner Morales, and they both work in the same industry. They're like, I guess you would say, not colleagues. I gotta have some air. Not colleagues, but not really enemies. Like, they work for different companies. Anyway. So they both are like managers for athletes, and they run into each other a lot. She is currently dating one of her colleagues, or one of her like people she manages, and he has loved her forever. Something happened when they were in college that made her not like him anymore. She would not hear him out, even though it wasn't his fault. And so we've just followed him from there. The storyline was good. That one trope, could not get over it. So 2 stars. The highlight of my month, I finally read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Can you see? I love this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. So freaking good. So basically we're following Alexis and Daniel, and Alexis is in the city. She's a major like surgeon, doctor, and she has recently left her boyfriend. They meet because she ends up on the side of the road in a ditch, and he shows up to pull her out, and that's how they meet. And she is almost about 10 years older than him. And all through this book, like, what I loved about this book, and I've heard it a lot about Abby Jimenez, is she can write a rom-com but also have like real life problems mixed in. And that's what I loved about this, is we're like, it's not just happy-go-lucky, like, oh, I met you, we're gonna be together. It's how my family is not gonna accept this because this is the way they want me to be. Like, how am I going to be with the person I love, but also, make my family happy? How am I supposed to leave my life in a city 2 hours away and move? Are they going to leave? They're not going to want to leave. Like, what about them? And so, it gave you a real life problem, and I really, really enjoyed this, y'all. So freaking cute. I was giggling. I was just kicking my feet. Loved it so much. Abby Jimenez, if you don't like a lot of spice, she is the perfect author for you, because there was like one scene, I think, that went into detail, and then all the rest, it was like, what they were doing, but she didn't tell you. So very much enjoyed it. I cannot wait to read yours truly. I finished my reread and annotation of Crown of Midnight. One of my favorite covers. Look at that foiling. Anyway, I gave this 4.25 stars. There is a big plot twist at the end, which since I've already read the series, I knew it was coming. But yeah, so I'm excited to get into the next one. If you have not read this series, if you don't know what this series is about, this is the Throne of Glass series. We're following what is her name? Selena, and she was in a slave prison where she was working in mines and stuff, and the prince and the prince's guard come and get her out because they want her to be in this competition to become the king's champion, which is basically like he gives her a name and she would kill him. So she has to go through these series of trials against these other assassins to be named the winner. And so we follow her story from there. And then I cannot wait to read Air of Fire, because Air of Fire is when the storyline gets to be my favorite. Queen of Shadows book 4 is, well, I guess it would be book 5 if you count Assassin's Blade, is my absolute favorite. So then I reread Icebreaker. I went and bought it and reread it because, well, I bought this in April, but I reread it in May because I have Wildfire, and I don't really remember anything that happened in this. The first time I read it, I gave it 4 stars. This time I'm giving it 3.5. This book is very spicy. They do communicate well in this. This is when I felt my reading slump kind of hitting. So I would read a little bit, put it down, read something else, read a little bit, put it down, read something else. So it took me 2 or 3 weeks to get through this, but I did finish it. I gave it 3.5 stars. We are following Anastasia and Nathan. Nate, and they call him Nate. Nate is a hockey player. Anastasia is a figure skater. And what happens is something happens to the ice hockey's rink at the college. They each have separate rinks where they practice. Something happens to theirs. And then the hockey and ice skating people, they have to figure out a schedule because they're now going to have to share a rink. So this is really good. There's friends with benefits to lovers, I believe is what this trope would be. He is the team captain. And so I loved it. I really forgot how much of a butthole her ice skating partner was. But anyway, there is a lot of mental health representation in here. She goes to therapy. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. So 3.5 stars. This book, 4.75 stars. This is a basketball romance. We are following Indy and Ryan. Ryan is the brother of Stevie from book 1, and Indy was a flight attendant with Stevie from book 1. And so in this, we start off with Indy's long-term boyfriend of 7 years cheating on her, and so she has to find a place to live. Stevie begs her brother, please let her live with her, so she moves in with Ryan, and we follow the story from there. Oh my gosh, the things this man does for this woman, the acts of service, oh my gosh. And this series just keeps getting better and better. So book 1 was 4.5, this one was 4.75. I feel like Caught Up is going to be 5 stars. I just have this feeling. So I love this book so freaking much. Basketball romance. The epilogue of trigger warnings. There is some infertility issues that does go on in this book, so just trigger warning for that. But I love this book. Then I finished book 2 in the Devil's Night series, which is Hideaway. Let's not talk about how a Target sticker messed up my cover, but I gave this book 3 stars. Not my favorite, but this is the last book this was a reread, so I read the first 2 a long time ago, and now I reread the first 2 so that I can continue on. So I reread this just to kind of jog my memory of what happened, but basically we are following Banks and Kai. I love Kai so much. And this starts off, I believe, a year after book 1 ended. So Banks, I don't know, I'm not going to say that part because it might be a spoiler. But basically Kai goes to Damon's dad and is like, I want this hotel. They're looking for Damon. They're like, I want this hotel, and so that I can search it and see if he's there. Well, he also said, I want Banks to come and work for me and like be my little goat like person. And they end up falling in love. I love this. Gave it 3 stars. Not great, not bad. I'm looking forward to book 3. I think book 3 is Damon's book. Book 1 is Michael. Book 2 is Kai. Book 3 is Damon, I believe. And book 4 is Will. If I've got that right. I don't know. But y'all, I did it. I read Den of Vipers. I gave it 3 stars. Y'all, this book is not spicy. It is fire flames. It is a reverse harem. We start off with this man. He owes the Vipers something. And instead, he doesn't have the money to pay him off. So he gives them his daughter. And so they go and get the daughter. She's like basically living with them. They end up falling in love. We just follow them from there. This book, y'all, there are trigger warnings because there is play and this was just, I don't really know how to explain it. I would look up trigger warnings because this book has a lot of stuff in it, so just be prepared. I gave this 5 out of 5 peppers for spice. Like, that is how, yeah. And then I listened to and read at the same time The Reappearance of Rachel Price. This book was so freaking good. I did not see that ending coming. I thought I had guessed it, but I did not. I gave this 4 stars. So basically we were following Belle and her family, and 16 years ago, there's a fly in here. Y'all see that? 16 years ago, Belle's mom just disappears. They don't know what happened to her. They think she's dead. Well, this company comes in. That bug is going to get on my nerves. This company comes in and decides that they're going to do... Get out, little fly. Get out, get out, get out. Thank you. They come in and decide that they're going to do a, like a documentary on the disappearance of Rachel. Well, as they're filming, she shows back up. And then we go on from there. We don't know where she came from. We don't know where she's been, who had her. Like, so good. So freaking good. I was like, what? Like... and then I finished Torment by Lauren Kate. This is book 2 in the Fallen series. I gave this a 4 star. I enjoyed this a lot. We got to kind of, there's not really much I can tell you because it is book 2. I don't want to spoil anything, but, if you've never read this series before, in this series, I'll get it out in a minute. We follow Daniel and Luce, and they meet at this like boarding school for like bad kids, I guess you would say. And she feels like she knows him from somewhere, but she can't quite put her finger on it. And we follow them from there. It is so freaking good. It does have fallen angels. Well, I don't know if I would say so good. Like, I'm reliving, like, this was written in 2009, so I'm reliving like my freshman year, like Twilight, I'm reliving it. So I never did finish the series. I got halfway through book 3 and then I never did continue. So hopefully we're going to finish it. And then the last book of this month I read was Hunger Games. Everybody should know what Hunger Games is by now. I gave it 4 stars. I'm not going to say much about it because there is a full spoiler reading vlog coming out about it. But yeah, let's just say I love PETA so much. But yeah, I only read 10 books this month, but I'm going to show you our journal. So this is what May turned out. I messed up right there, but I color off books if I read them on my TBR. And then I didn't finish filming this out. I've got a lot more books than this. I'm going to film a May book haul. And then here's the 10 books that I read. And then let's go to our chart. Oh, I love April. April is so pretty. Let's go to our chart. This is what our library is starting to look like. It's getting pretty filled up. I started filling up some on the other side. Let's go. Where is our chart? Here it is. So here's our chart. There's little May right there with just 10 books. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. But yeah, so that is all the books that I read in May. If you have not already, subscribe, become a part of my bookish community. I'm hoping to get into the habit of pre-recording some things so that I can have videos to upload when life gets to life in. But yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you. Oh, if you got this far in the video, Tell me down below, what books did you read in May? And if you have any book recommendations for me, please leave it down below. In the next month, I am dabbling in the genre of horror, so you will see that in my TBR video. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.